Welcome to day 19 of our 30-day content creation challenge. I am Annika from Kingdom Lifestyle, and today I just want to give you guys a word and say, let's keep going. Guys, if you have come this far with this challenge, then I am very, very sure that you have learned so much about content creation. And remember what we said in the beginning was that the whole point of this is that you guys are going to start loving content creation. Now today I just want you to keep on going, push through. We are already at day 19. There's only 11 days left, but there is so much to learn still. So we are going to keep learning. So let's get right into it. Today I want to take you guys through the entire process of recording your Faceless content for TikTok and then actually scheduling it onto TikTok. But I want to add some things that we didn't add in the beginning, and that is creating a cover for your TikTok video and also adding music onto your video that you are going to post inside and on your laptop. You don't have to take it through your phone and put it back on your computer. So let's dive right in, guys. So what I want you to do first of all is go into Canva, create a new design for yourself that is 1080 by 1920. Remember, that is the real format size that we are using so that we can use these reels that we are creating to post them to Facebook, to TikTok, to Instagram, and to YouTube, because this is the size that all those platforms are going to accept. Okay, so I want you to make one blank canvas where you are going to put a text box onto there with your problem, a text box with your solution, and a text box with your call to action, just the same as what we have here inside of our content that we've grabbed from our prompt that we had, our AI prompt. Okay, so there's the problem, there's the solution, there's the call to action, right? Okay, so now I want you to go and create another one. So as you can see, what I've done here is I have already created kind of what I want my cover to look like. So I want to quickly show you guys where we're going with this. Let's just backtrack and let me explain where we're going with this. So I'm sure that you have noticed by now that let's just go look at my YouTube channel quickly. So if you directly post to TikTok, then you get these boxes that you can put onto your post that actually explains what the post is going to be about. But when you are scheduling, there is no option to actually put such a box on. So what we are going to do is just like what we do for YouTube, you create a thumbnail. So we're now going to create a TikTok thumbnail for our post that we are going to be scheduling out, right? Okay, so that's kind of where we are going with this. So this is going to be, I want you guys to finish the design. This is what it's going to look like. This is what mine is going to look like just for the example that I'm giving you guys now. And we are only going to do a few. So let's start. You guys should know by now how to bulk content create. If you do not, then go back and watch the videos that I've done so that I think I handled that in day 0, 1, 2, and 3. And you will know exactly how to bulk content create. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to go into my 150 content pieces that I've got here, and I am going to copy, because I'm saying problem, solution, and call to action, I'm going to copy only the first, let's say we're going to do 9 of them. Okay, so let's copy that, and we are going to go and we are going to put it in right here. So we're going to go and find our bulk content create tool right there, and we are going to say enter data manually, and we're going to click on the actual header because we copied the header, right? And we're going to put it in there and say done. And then we are going to connect it. Now you need to connect your data to your boxes, your text boxes that I've, and guys, I'm let me explain why I'm doing this again, because there are people that have asked me to actually explain this in a little bit more detail, because I seem to have been going too fast in the previous videos. So I'm explaining this again so that you guys can actually see how you can create faceless content. And that's why we're only taking a few, because we're going to do a few different versions of them today. So now you've got your 3 content boxes there, and you've got all of your content loaded in here. So now what you do is you click on the first one and you connect the data. The problem to the problem, the solution, you connect the data to the solution, and you connect your call to action to your call to action right in here. Okay, so once you have done that, now you're telling it that it needs to bring that information in, and it needs to duplicate that and create that content for you. So let's go continue, and let's say generate. Okay, so now we're generating 8 different posts of the content that we've taken from our content sheet. And there we go. Now we can see. And guys, like I said, I'm doing this right from the beginning all over again so that everybody can get all of the steps in here. And I want to show you all of the different ways that you can actually do this. Okay, so we've got let's start with number 1. So I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 with you, just to show you. And I'm going to do 2 or 3 different versions. Okay, one where you use your face, one where you use just a normal Canva royalty-free video, and then one where you just maybe just put some art inside of it. So let's go. Okay, so let's see what we have. Your hard work is overlooked and unrecognized. Our program values and highlights your efforts. Click to see and appreciate your work. So there we might want to go magic right and say rewrite. Let's see what it says. Clicks to review, recognition and appreciation. Magic right. So let's go rewrite. Click to review, acknowledgement and appreciation for dedication. Actually, I'm going to change this entire thing. Start today and build an empire where you create purpose. And remember, we've spoken about this before, for life. You don't just always take what ChatGPT gives you, go and change it up a little bit and make it your own. Don't just use what the AI has given to you. Go and actually look what it is that you are putting out. Instead of just putting out the exactly what ChatGPT has given to you. So we're going to put that in there, and that's going to be our call to action. Your hard work is overlooked and unrecognized. Let's say feeling like all of your hard work is overlooked and unrecognized. And then it's going to obviously need a question mark, and let's just position that nicely. Okay, I'm going to just put it in the middle for now. Our program values and highlights your efforts. Our program values. Let's see if we go magic and rewrite. This is kind of a difficult one we started out with, but let's go. Our program appreciates and emphasizes your hard works and teaches you to earn while you learn and enables you to help others. And let's do that for our And the reason I'm putting a little bit more effort into these today is, guys, because like I said, I want you to really think and look at what it is that you're putting out, okay? Okay, so what I've done is I've literally gone and recorded some of those videos where you just kind of like, you sit there and a 15-second TikTok video where you just kind of point at the screen, right? So I've done a few of them, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of them in here. I don't want the sound, so I'm going to mute the sound, and let's just see how this video points and if I'm going to be able to use it. Points to there, points to there. Okay, so I pointed 3 times, so we could use this video set as background. So I'm going to set it as background, and then what I'm going to do, so this is the version of pointer videos, right? So you've got your face in there, and these videos get high views because you are still in the video even though you're not talking, but TikTok sees it as a face video, right? Even though you're not talking. So these are super easy to make. You don't have to actually talk. All you do is you just point at the screen, and let's see what we can do with this one. Let's go and see if we can add some elements into this one. Let's see what shapes we can use. Maybe we can take, let's see if that one will work. So we're going to start with the one where we are actually using shapes and just kind of decorating the video, right? Now, center. The one thing about this is that you gotta remember that you gotta work within your parameters. You've got a certain because sometimes it cuts off on the sides, right? So I find that's a little bit big, and I can just scale it down a bit, and there we go. And let's see, let's put an effect on this one, and let's actually go and grab if you take the color picker, you can actually take that color, and let's actually change this color, and let's also go and take the color picker, and let's use that, and then maybe I can do this white. And then I'm going to have to change the color of the effect, make it a little bit darker, and we can also change that settings down here. So there's the offset. You can actually make it bigger, you can make it smaller, and direction I normally put to that side. And there we go. Now what you can also do here is you can add an animation onto this. So if you go and play around with the animations, you'll see there's breathe. So I'm going to just use breathe for that one. There's different ones that you can use. Let's see where it points. So the next one points right there where the text is, and I'm actually just going to move it a little bit out of my face. And all I'm going to do with this one is just going outline. I'm going to use this to outline, maybe a little bit brighter. And there we go. And let's just play the video again. Okay, so it's pointing right there. And there we go. Maybe we can, just to make this a little bit, we can align it. There we go, so that doesn't look too bad. And then let's play the video and see where I point next, and we can see that I'm pointing a little bit lower than what the actual thing is. Okay, so there we go. So that is one video that we can now put out. I don't actually like this color. I think let's go a little bit brighter. And now we're gonna have to change the text again. So guys, this is literally a thing where you got to play around. You got to literally play around with what it is that you are doing. I just want this text to actually be black. There we go. And then the effect is probably going to be a light pink or something. Okay, there we go. And what I could do here is put the effect of this one on there and just make that a light pink. And then this one I could also do that effect, maybe obviously just use maybe the darker pink again. And there we go, guys. So now let's play our video and see. So I'm just pointing at that. So that is one way that you could do this if you are doing face videos, and this video is fine. I actually am going to pull this out because I don't really want those I'm just going to move that up a bit. Let's just play it one more time and see. Okay. And there we go. So that is the first way that you can actually create a face video, which is kind of like a B-roll video, right? But it will still get people to, because it's so short, people will still watch this over and over because they would want to read all of this text on the screen, right? So your views will be higher, which will cause more traction. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So let's say that I don't want to use my face. I don't want to record my face. I don't want anyone to see my face. So let's first start with what we've got on the screen. Join now and liberate yourself from financial stress. So I can keep that the same. I'm just going to make it smaller, put it in the center. Gain financial freedom with our proven and tested system. I'm gonna say program, and maybe just add start earning 100% profits today. Okay, and there we go. I'm just gonna make this a bit smaller and just put it in the middle again. Feeling trapped by debt and financial obligations. I'm going to add that. I'm going to say, are you feeling trapped? And I'm going to make that smaller. And I'm going to just put it in the middle for now. Okay, so now we kind of have a general idea what this is about. So now what we can do is go to Elements. And we can go and search for videos. If you just scroll down, you'll see that there's videos. You can click on see all, and then you can actually go and let's say debt, just because this one is about financial obligations, you're trapped in debt. Okay, so then there'll be numerous videos that you can actually choose to put in the background here. So let's maybe see this lady, and then you'll right click on the video. Let me just actually go right click on the video, set video as background, and let's see if we play this, what actually happens in here. Okay, so you can see she's really just frustrated. I think this is going to work extremely well. And sometimes what I find is if you've got something like this, because of all of the stuff going on in the background, you kind of want to cover it, you know, and you want to maybe put, so there's a few ways we can do this. So I'm going to show you, you know, just to kind of make it. So what you can do is you can actually put a box around all of your text, okay? So that's the one way that you can do this, so that your text is just going to stand out. So now you're going to take this box and put it to the back, and then let's just make sure that our box, are you feeling trapped by debt and financial obligation? I think what I need to do is maybe put this in its own box, because that's kind of your heading, right? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to bring it in, and there we go. And then I'm going to select that, hold shift in, select both of them, and just make sure that it's in the center there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the transparency down here, okay, and then maybe just put a border around this so that it still stands out a little bit, okay. Let's kind of go with a more of a red because you want people to kind of see that, right? Okay, so then what we can do, so now that's already, you can see that's already standing out. Are you feeling trapped by debts and financial obligations? Now what we can do is, there's different ways we can do this. We don't always have to use this effect, right? Because we see this a lot. So I don't want to always say use this effect, but it does work nicely because it makes your text stand out. But the other way of doing it is just to literally, you know, just take the box and actually copy it and paste it, and then kind of just make sure that you've got your text over that box. So we're going to put that box backwards and put this text inside of this box, and there we go, and nicely align it. Just maybe make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to select them both. I hold shift in while I select them, and I just put it in the middle there, and there we go. And then this one is our last one. We're going to bring that down a little bit, and I would say to keep the unity of our design here, we would just create another box, make sure that it aligns, make sure that we don't go too far down, because remember it does get cut off. And this is going to be our call to action now. So we want our call to action to really stand out, right? So then I'm going to go position, push it backwards, and I'm going to take the text, drag it into the box just like I've done with the other ones, and select it and put it in the middle, and there we go. And now let's play the video and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got this lady in the background, which you can still see because we took the transparency down of the boxes, but we've also got the boxes, which is quite cool because what I would do is probably go and just copy this style and just put it on here. Just go a little bit smaller so it actually fits in there. There we go. And probably bring yourself down so that that looks a little bit nicer. Now, the other thing we can do is just make sure that it's nicely spaced out. So I group this, and I group that, and I group that. Let's just, you click on there, you hold shift in, and you clicked on the box, and you group it. And now what you can do is you can click, shift, click, and hold shift in and click, and you can click on position, and you can actually just say tidy up, and now it's nicely in the middle. So that's another way that you can actually do a faceless post and also still get out what you want to say. Start earning, let's go and just start earning 100% profits today. So let's make that stand out a little bit. Gain financial freedom with our proven and tested programs. Start earning 100% profits today. So that's one way that you can also do your faceless videos. So now guys, there is another way we can do this. What I actually want to do is I just want to play this again. Let's just start it from the beginning. Okay, so you can see that other than the fact that she's moving in the background, there isn't really anything else. So what we can do is maybe take this one and put an animation on it, and we can literally use any kind of animation. What I actually want to do with this one is use stomp. So stomp will actually bring more attention to your call to action, right? Maybe the other thing that we can do here is to say that you want your effects that to be maybe like a yellow, because that stands out a little bit. even maybe an orange. Yes, there we go. So guys, you can just really just play around with this. Let's ungroup this and let's actually take this box color and make it a different color. You can really make this very nice. It doesn't have to be boring. The more time you spend on this, the easier it's going to be. And remember that I know that it feels like you're doing a lot of effort here, but you are going to be cross-posting this to all of your platforms. So you're creating one piece of content, but you can post them to 5, 6 different platforms. So it is worth it to spend a little bit of time on this. Okay, so now we've got the one where I actually used my face, and I'm just really just pointing at the screen. And then we've got the one where I just put the video in the background, which kind of makes it a little bit more animated, right? And then I want to show you guys, you can also just use a static image. So let's start with the text again. Unsure how to navigate your career and financial future. Okay, so let's go into elements here and let's go find our photos. And let's say, let's use income plan. And let's say see what images it gives to us. There's so many free stock images in here that could be used. So let's see if we can actually use this one and set it as our background. And let's just see. Okay, so with this image, you can see that the image has a lot of writing, and it's going to kind of, not really show your writing too nicely if we don't actually do something about it. We can still use this image, and I think it's a good example to use here. I'm just making my text a little bit smaller, and let's go. I'm actually going to just use this tool. It's the best to just center it, and then we know it's actually really in the center, right? Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So one of the things we can do is to actually put this on a lower opacity to kind of just make that be, that is the background, but we kind of want, so that's one way that you can do it. You just put a static image in there. But if you put a static image in the background, you're going to want your text to really be animated, and because you want some movement on the screen, right? You want people to actually read what you're saying. Unsure how to navigate your career and financial future. Let's see if we say magic right, rewrite this. Uncertain about how to steer your career and financial future. I think I like that a little bit more. So let's go with that. And then what I would do is just let's move it up a little bit. Let's go and find some elements that we could play around with here. Let's see what elements we can use. And guys, I normally use the box. We could also use this one. Let's see if we use this one and kind of just put that inside of something so that it's inside of something and just standing out a little bit more. Just going to make this a bit smaller, and there we go. And let's actually use the color of the cup there, which is already here. So there we go, there's the color of the cup. Okay, so I'd make this white, so it just stands out nicely. And let's just, the first thing is always just to get your text in a place that you know that people are going to be able to see your text, right? Because you want your text, that's kind of the whole reason why you actually want this on here. Find clarity with our structured income plan. And I would say find clarity with our interactive programs, with our program and evergreen training, or something like that. Program and evergreen training, and then obviously put this down here. Okay, so what I would want to do with this is maybe just bring it down a little bit, put it in the middle. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I've got a static image at the back, right, I'm wanting some movement on here. So I think what I'm going to actually do here is take this and make it, just make that black so it stands out a little bit more. And remember, this has got settings, so you can make it a little bit more visible. If the text is like this now, for instance, where it's a little bit close to each other, what you can do is click on your spacing, and then you've got letter spacing and you've got line spacing. So I would go letter spacing and just space my letters out a little bit more. Okay, so then what we can do, we kind of want this to be animated, and one of my favorite ones, as you guys know by now, is typewrite. So that's going to keep the viewer on, you know, reading what's going on there. And then what I would also do is maybe take this one, animate it and make it breathe, so it's going to be bigger. And then this one, take it, so you animating the stuff so much that there's a lot of movement on the screen, even though you've got a static background, right? So we're going to animate the text, and we're gonna see what we actually have here. What kind of, we don't want to distract too much from the middle, so let's take one that's not too much. Maybe that one, Stomp, is one of my favorite ones. I kind of like that one. And then what we can do with this one, and this is what I actually wanted to show you guys, if you are just using a static image like this one, for instance, now, so if we go to elements, we also have elements that we can add in here that's going to make people, so if I, for instance, say arrow, then I can just go and check what kind of arrows it will bring up for me. Okay, so that's you get your normal arrow shapes, then you get your graphics. So I would go to graphics because I'm actually looking for an animated like that one, or that one. So let's just find one here that is actually going to work for this design, one that is animated. Let's see, you got so many options and so many different things here. Let's see if I can actually use this one. So it'll obviously always be very big, so I can use this, I can put this one up a little bit, and then I can take this because that's also an animated feature, right? So it will show them sign up for a clear path to success. Okay, so that is just another way that you, so now we've got 3 different ones, guys. We've used our face one where I literally just pointed, and then we've used our one where I had a video of just a royalty-free video I used from Canva. And then we've got one where I used a static image with some graphics from Canva just to create a kind of a, so those are the 3 different ways that you guys can play around with and use animations, use effects and all kinds of things so that you can, but mostly you want these ones because they are short. You want these ones to have a lot of text on the screen and not be longer than 15 to 20 seconds max, because you want people to watch them over and over and over, because these ones are reels. They're ones that you are making so that people are actually going to, your views are going to be pushed up, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and I'm going to just do the rest of them quickly so that we can go on to the next step. Okay, so now I have done all of my designs here. They're done, and I'm going to now download them. So I'm going to go here and say download, and I want them to be MP4 and they must be 1080, and I'm going to download them as separate folders or separate files and go download. Okay, so now that I've downloaded them, I've got them all in a folder here. And the next thing that I'm going to do is, remember that other one that we opened up where we actually created the cover for our hooks. Now, the hooks are going to be correlating with the videos that we just made, right? So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go right back to these ones that I have just made my videos about, and I'm going to use just this one, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go right in here. Make sure that you are happy with whatever it is you have put in here. I think maybe I should just make this one a little bit smaller and put it in the middle. Maybe take this and this, move it up a little bit. And there we go. So I'm happy with that. And now we go back to bulk create. Now remember, we're still working on these same designs that we have just created, and we enter data manually. We click on there. Let me just take myself out the way. We click on the title because we copied the title, and then we are going to say done, and we are going to connect our hook to our hook that we want in there. So this is going to be your cover, because we can't put the covers like I showed you in the beginning, and we're going to say continue, and it's going to create all of those hooks. It's going to create covers for all of them. So let's go and do that. There we go. And basically, guys, all you need to do now is you just need to position these that they are right. Okay, so currently they are left aligned, so I just want to middle align them. One by one, I'm going to just middle align them and quickly make sure that they are right, that it's coming up nicely and it's visible for everybody to see, because this is going to be what people are going to see before they open up your video, right? So I'm just going to see if I can bring this one down. Make sure that you're happy with these ones, because this is what people are going to click on. So I'm going to quickly go through all 8 of mine, and then I will continue with the tutorial. Okay, so now that I've gone through all of them, I'm pretty happy with most of what they are saying, and you can clearly see what they're saying. even with my background and everything. So guys, now remember, we're going to have to name these, and what we can do is go back to the ones we've downloaded, actually just set them in a different manner so we can actually see what they are saying, right? So the first thing here is to now go feeling like all of your hard work's overloaded and unappreciated. Let's just go and see. And it is that one, which is feeling invisible in your job. Okay, so feeling invisible in your job, that one is, so I would just go and rename them so that we actually know which ones we are going to upload when we do upload them, right? So let's just go back into that one quickly. I'm going to download these ones once I'm done with them. So the first one was feeling invisible in your job. The second one is this one. Want to break free from financial chains. Want to break free from financial chains, feeling trapped by debts and financial obligations. Then go back and feeling trapped by debt. So it's this one, right? So I would just recommend taking the time to do this, because it's going to save you to have to go and find each one of them separately. So as I do this, I'll just pause and rename all of them quickly. Okay, so now the videos, the actual content that I created, I've renamed them according to the hooks that I have here. So now I'm going to download the hooks. This is going to be the cover. As you guys know, it's all going to make sense now as soon as we do this. And let's just quickly say download in separate files. And I don't want these ones to be videos, so I'm going to just make them PNGs for now. I can put the quality up a little bit, and I'm going to download all 8 of them. Okay, so there we go. Now we have actually created our videos. We have created here are all of our videos. We've downloaded them, and we've created our covers. Okay, so now that we have got everything ready, the next step is to actually go onto TikTok and to post this, to put our covers on and to add our music. And we will be dealing with that inside of the next tutorial, because this tutorial is getting too long now. So I will see you guys in the next tutorial so we can complete this steps. Blessings, guys. I hope this has blessed you. Be sure to watch number 2 of this upload and this version of posting and scheduling to TikTok. Blessings, guys.